Bonjour, merci Monsieur le Président. Donc, j'aimerais souhaiter la bienvenue au ministre et à toute son équipe aujourd'hui en comité. Donc, on sait que quand on regarde un budget, il y a deux colonnes. Il y a les dépenses et il y a les revenus. Et on a vu un gouvernement qui s'est concentré extrêmement au niveau des dépenses. Et je me demande, parce qu'on connaît la réalité et on sait de l'existence de paradis fiscaux, donc j'ai quelques questions concernant ce dossier-là. Donc, est-ce que le ministre et ou le département des Finances et le Conseil du Trésor sont au courant de pertes de revenus dues à l'évitement fiscal au Nouveau-Brunswick?
Do you want to acknowledge the school or? No, okay. Through the chair to the member, thank you for asking. Actually, it's a good one to ask just because I just found out two of my staff members are on the Tax Avoidance Working Group, which is a federal, provincial, territorial group. It's a good question. Unfortunately, it's not a good answer. The CRA is working with the province to try and mitigate tax avoidance, but your question was, how much does it cost? How much do we lose? We don't know. We absolutely don't know. Sorry.
En fait, ma question était, est-ce que vous êtes au courant qu'on perd de l'argent? Pas le montant, mais est-ce que au Nouveau-Brunswick, est-ce qu'on perd de l'argent dans nos revenus dus aux paradis fiscaux, dus à l'évitement fiscal?
Through the chair of the member, Yes, there is tax avoidance, we believe. I mean, the CRA has done they've taken a number of steps in order to get more audits done and to track down some of the money. So far, this goes back, this is the CRA annual report from 16-17, 433 audits completed. So each year the audits go up. That is for individual audits. So yes, I mean, there are people that are whether they're big tax havens, certainly people out there trying to avoid paying taxes, yes.
Merci, Monsieur le ministre, par l'entremise du président. Est-ce que le ministre a une liste d'entreprises au Nouveau-Brunswick qui ont de l'argent dans les paradis fiscaux, qui pratiquent l'évitement fiscal? Est-ce que vous avez des pistes à savoir où cet argent nous échappe? Donc, de quelle entreprise il s'agit?
Through the chair to the member opposite, I'm sorry, I'm not able to give you good answers here. The answers are always no. I mean, we don't have a list of businesses who partake in any tax havens. CRA administers our taxes and our audits, but as we understand, they don't have, I mean, if they had a list, they'd prosecute them for sure, yeah, if it was illegal.
Merci, Monsieur le ministre, par l'entremise de Monsieur le Président. Donc, c'est quand même, je pense que c'est quelque chose qu'on devrait s'inquiéter au Nouveau-Brunswick. On a, comme vous le dites, de vos propres mots, hein, on a des défis fiscaux, des défis au niveau du budget, et puis on est au courant qu'il y a de l'évitement fiscal, donc des revenus qui ne viennent pas à la province, et vous semblez pas très intéressé peut-être d'aller trouver peut-être ces revenus manquants-là. En fait, c'est très connu, on l'a vu un peu partout. Est-ce que le ministre, par l'entremise du président et son département, peuvent me dire, est-ce que la compagnie Irving fait de l'évitement fiscal, oui ou non, à leur connaissance?
Through the chair to the member. Once again, the answer is no. We would have no way of finding that out. I'm sorry.
Merci, Monsieur le ministre, par l'entremise de Monsieur le Président. C'est curieux parce qu'en fait, il y a plusieurs écrits là-dessus. Je pense que ça a été vu à plusieurs reprises. On a vu au niveau des Panama Papers que, en fait, la compagnie Irving fait de l'évitement fiscal. Ils ont un compte de banque, peut-être que le ministre n'est pas au courant, mais aux Bermudes, et puis une entreprise enregistrée aux Bermudes. Et puis, pour un peu éduquer Monsieur le ministre et puis les employés là, du département, fait que la compagnie, en fait, achète son pétrole de la compagnie aux Bermudes et puis la revend ensuite à son entreprise au Nouveau-Brunswick. Et de cette façon, elle évite de payer des taxes ici au Nouveau-Brunswick. Donc, ça me surprend énormément que les personnes en charge des finances du Nouveau-Brunswick ne savaient pas que Irving a en fait un compte dans les paradis fiscaux. est-ce que le ministre était au courant de ça, de cette affirmation-là?
Through the chair to the member, once again, the CRA administers our taxes and our audits, so they're responsible for the tax system, audits, administration, and collection. So that would be under their purview, not ours.
Thanks, Minister. Through the chair. So what you're saying is we've had these different ways of knowing that there are companies doing tax evasion in New Brunswick, but we're just going to blame it on the feds. We're not going to go see what can be done to recuperate that revenue. Just a question, I guess, philosophical. Is the minister okay with this form of legalized theft?
Once again, I just have to say the CRA is responsible for this. We're working with the CRA, as is every other province, to avoid any kind of theft. As for me, no, I don't have a tax haven anywhere.
Thanks, Mr. Minister. Through the chair, that wasn't the question, but are you okay with this form of legalized theft, that is tax havens? I didn't ask if you had any money in tax havens. Are you okay with this?
Yes, me personally, no, I'm not okay with people not paying their taxes, absolutely. But are we the people that collect? No, the CRA are the people that administer, that audit, that collect the taxes for all the provinces, not just us.
So, thank you. So is your department, are you, Minister, doing anything, working with the feds to recuperate these losses due to tax evasions? What are you guys doing to recuperate these losses? And does it even interest you? Because you seem to always be blaming the feds on this, but I mean, you're a finance minister. You should have the courage to speak up for the people in New Brunswick.
Yes, we do have an active, through the chair, sorry. Yes, we do have an active role in this. Just as I mentioned earlier, two of my staff are on the tax avoidance working group, and they're also on the beneficial ownership working groups. And these are federal, provincial, territorial working groups. And the tax avoidance, I think, would be the one that you're thinking of. So, yes, they are actively involved in that.
Thank you, Mr. Minister, through the chair. So, if I résumer, en français, résumer, si je résume, on est au courant qu'au Nouveau-Brunswick, on a une perte de revenus. On ne sait pas de quelle entreprise, malgré qu'on le sait. Et puis, on a des employés qui travaillent sur un comité au fédéral, mais qui ne savent pas cette information-là. Donc, si les employés sont ici présents, qu'est-ce qui est fait de façon concrète pour augmenter la ligne de revenus au niveau de l'évitement fiscal ici au Nouveau-Brunswick?
In response to the member's question, Mr. Chair, the Beneficial Ownership Working Group is looking at means to make ownership more transparent. So there's some transparency there. The Tax Avoidance Working Group is an FPT, but it's mainly led by the Feds, Ontario and Quebec, because they have the resources more than we do. And that is trying to make it more transparent, the tax avoidance issue. And if there are people charged with that, then certainly they'll be all about making it transparent.
Thank you, Minister. Through the chair. Je vois que ça rend les gens mal à l'aise, le sujet, là. Et je me questionne parce qu'on est en train de demander aux Néo-Brunswickois de serrer la ceinture. On est en train de demander aux infirmières et aux travailleuses de foyers de soins de continuer à travailler dans des conditions qui sont lamentables au nom de l'austérité. On demande aux travailleuses de garderie que leur travail avec notre avenir, nos enfants, ne valent pas une augmentation de salaire, sauf si on étudie à l'extérieur de la province. On dit aux étudiants qui sont dehors présentement et aux universités d'accepter les coupures pour sauver l'économie. On dit aux femmes qu'ils doivent attendre pour l'équité salariale au nom d'un budget équilibré. Et on a des manques de revenus dont on est au courant. Et le ministre et le ministère ne semblent pas prendre ceci très au sérieux. Ça semble être quelque chose qu'on se dit, oh, peut-être qu'on va régler, on ne sait pas trop, on va blâmer le gouvernement fédéral. Je trouve ça quand même assez de valeur parce qu'on se concentre tellement sur la section des dépenses au nom de l'austérité. Puis on ne regarde même pas l'autre côté. Est-ce que votre budget, monsieur le ministre, par l'entremise du président, est-ce que vous diriez que votre budget est un budget visionnaire pour l'avenir du Nouveau-Brunswick?
Would I say that it's a visionary budget? Yeah, absolutely. That's what we've been saying all along. It's a vision for the future and trying to make the future affordable for our children and grandchildren. As a parent, a new parent again, congratulations again. And we're worried about the future. I'm worried about the future, so I grow bees. I'm worried about the future of my children, so I grow my own chickens and turkeys. And I feed them organic and all the rest of that. I try and feed Aiden as best I can. But I also worry about him not being crippled with debt. That the future, that we don't give our children a future that doesn't include the quality health care that we enjoy and the quality education and the social programs that we enjoy. And so that's what this budget was about. It was not about hurting any one group. It was not about anything except doing what's right for New Brunswick, for all of New Brunswickers, and sustaining them for the future. That's what this is about. Truly, so when you talk about, is it a visionary budget? From my perspective, that's exactly what it is.
Thank you, Minister. Through the chair. See, so I represent one of the poor, well, I think it is actually the poorest riding in the province, where the revenue comes around 23,500, the median revenue of my constituents. And we're asking them, okay? We're asking the people from my riding and everywhere in New Brunswick to serrer la ceinture. I don't know what the expression is in English. Tighten their belts so that we could have a better future. But we know that we have companies avoiding to paying tax, legalized theft. All right? They found a bunch of ways to deter the money and not pay their rightful share of taxes. Would this province be in debt if these companies would have paid their fair share of taxes for the last 30, 40 years? Would this province have problems in their hospitals, in their schools, if these mega corporations, multinationals, would have paid their fair share of taxes? I'm not asking to overtax them. I'm just asking for their fair share of taxes, like everyone else in this province. That would be a visionary budget, with all due respect, Minister. When I think, another question I want to ask, just philosophically. I hear both sides of the rooms always talking about growth, right? Economic growth, economic growth. You know about the environment, we've talked about it before. We live in a finite world, right? We don't have infinite worlds. So infinite growth as an objective to a budget, do you think that that kind of thinking is sustainable, Mr. Minister?
Through the chair, to the member, this is a budget that isn't based on revenue as such. This is a budget, it's not based on growth or a windfall every year. This is a budget that's based on fiscal management. We could have chosen to spend every dollar trying to get revenue, and that's what successive governments have done, and look where it's taken us. So this is a different approach, absolutely, but it's a budget based on fiscal management rather than spending every dollar trying to bet it on a windfall or revenue.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Through the chair. Again, I understand, but we're asking everyone in New Brunswick to tighten their belts and participate in this, except a few. And I really wish if we'd actually have the people of New Brunswick here at the base of this. And this is for both sides of the rooms, right? No one has touched this for years. Everyone knows about it. No one talks about it. No one does anything about it. Okay? We needed to wait for third parties to come in to talk about these things. So I've been a bit hard on you. Maybe some easier ones. In other provinces and also in Canada, governments publish tax expenditures along with the budgets, tax breaks, what the tax expenditures are. Will you, Minister, through the chair, consider doing this?
To the member's question, through the chair, the tax expenditures are in the process of being updated. I don't think that'll be a problem, publishing it.
Thank you very much, Minister, through the chair. And I guess the last question, hoping, and you know, I'm completely aware of different ideologies and different ways of looking at things, and I think that good discussions bring good solutions. But will you be doing a comprehensive review of New Brunswick's tax system? I'm not going into details about how, but is this going to be done in New Brunswick? Thank you.
We've already started it, as a matter of fact, and it will be done. A comprehensive one. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister and all the team, through the chair, and that's all the questions I have today. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys later.
Merci, Monsieur le Député. The chair recognizes the member for Fredericton Grand Lake.